Do you wanna know the meaning of life, or listen to my perils and strife? Welcome all my friends and foes. This is CBleezy knows. This is CBleezy knows. Great. Welcome to CBleezy Knows. I'm the aforementioned CBleezy, and I know we're doing something a little different today. But first, welcome Jerome Burns. Jerome, say hello.
Hey.
So, we have gone through many different ideas and things to make this podcast seem like it's worth listening to, and we failed pretty much all the time. But here's the new thing, because we did the coin flip where we're like trying to be positive, negative. That didn't really work. We tried.
I was certain eating seaweed into the mic would be the seller.
That was actually kind of my favorite, eating seaweed into the mic, or just other edibles. The one that was kind of, I think, the best so far was Would You Rather on Periscope. So we might come back to that sometime. But it's now December. It's December what, 2nd? Yeah. And this is also the nearest to the release date that we've ever recorded. It is actually just the 1st here. So
did you say rabbit?
Rabbit what?
For the 1st of the month.
What is that?
You say rabbit on the 1st of the month when you wake up, and then it's like it's supposed to be good luck.
Are you sure that's not just something that your
mother
told you?
Look, Google search rabbit.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, I'm gonna do it. I'll see what your catered results are.
Rabbit is one variant of a common British superstition which states that a person should say or repeat the word rabbit, or rabbits, or white rabbits, or some combination of these elements out loud upon waking on the first day of the month, because doing so will ensure good luck for the duration of the month. Unfortunately, it's 3 times, and you've only been doing it twice. So, explains a lot, though, huh?
No, I mean, if you say rabbit, you've repeated the word rabbit, and that's what it is. The person should say or repeat.
Kind of says 3 times, but
it actually says you only need to say it once. States that a person should say rabbit.
Well,
or some combination. It's either or. So if you say rabbit, that works.
But you have to do it right when you wake up.
Yep.
Well, I didn't do that.
Maybe next time.
Well, next time it'll be New Year's. Oh, but I have to sleep first. Oh, it's all confusing. So, anyway, to make this a little bit more interesting to listen to on a weekly basis rather than just checking in with us, hearing us ramble, we're going to go on, at least now, we're going to get our topics from the Facebook trending topics. So these are very current events. In fact, I don't even know some of these. Let's see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's say we can veto 3. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we agree on it, on the veto, then we both get one more to choose. If we don't agree on it, we'll have to fight to the death. But here we go. So let's start with your top one, because I think that's funnier.
Because it's a good one?
Yeah, so go ahead and read it for me.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Actress discusses banned advertisement for Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay, I don't know this one. Do you know anything about it?
No.
So it says, Carrie Fisher says she was pressured to lose weight for Star Wars, The Force Awakens. It was a banned advertisement?
That's just what the headline says.
So you don't know what this is about, and neither do I.
Let's see.
Okay. It says she was pressured to lose over 35 pounds, but why was the ad banned? That just means we have bad, gender stereotypes of some sort, or just kind of...
What?
But why was it banned?
Well, and this one says, Carrie Fisher on Star Wars Lord's Prayer ad ban. People should get a life.
I did see people should get a life. So maybe this is definitely 2 different Carrie Fisher stories lumped into one.
Yeah, and now what's going on? Well, I think the trending topic is Carrie Fisher, and then it's all the different things.
So she's in the new movies, I'm assuming?
I guess.
I mean, who is she?
Princess Leia.
Oh. See, I don't know.
Come on, you dressed up like her in your video.
Yeah, I dressed up like Leia, not Carrie Fisher.
You should know.
No, I do. Okay, so we have not seen the band ad, although I'm not sure it's released. Now it says, band advert for Christianity is not offensive. So it sounds like they may have quoted the Lord's Prayer, and they thought it might offend people. Okay. How do you feel about that, if that is indeed the story?
Which story? The Lord's Prayer?
So it sounds like the ad quoted the Lord's Prayer and they thought it might offend people, so they didn't run it.
They should have quoted the Apostles' Creed.
What is that?
Come on.
What?
It's the one you say at church. There's like the Nicene Creed and then the Apostles' Creed.
And then the Assassins?
Yeah.
Got it.
It all comes back to that. I don't know. I'm not offended. I don't know why you'd need to quote the Lord's Prayer, though.
Yeah, it seems like you're putting that into a completely different world, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there was no Christianity in Star Wars, right?
No.
So that seems confusing. If that is indeed what it is saying, I'm not really sure. And then the fact that she had to lose 35 pounds for it, on the one hand, it's like, oh, why does it matter? Like, she shouldn't have been asked to do that. On the other hand, Christian Bale lost like 1,000 pounds for the one role. And so it's like, that's just kind of, that's how it works. So I'm not sure if that's worthy to talk about, except that this is a female person, and usually we just expect them to be thin anyway. I don't know. So of course it's,
and we don't know her
newsworthy.
paycheck.
We don't know her paycheck either. Maybe it's worth it. All right, next one. iPhone, Apple to remove headphone jack on next model of smartphone, report says. Whoa. Have you heard this one?
No.
Okay. So this one I did read a little bit about. Some of them say it'll just be Bluetooth, which I think makes sense. Other ones say that it will just go into the what is it called? What's the Lightning port? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's the new power cable. You know where your phone plugs in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, Lightning jack, I believe.
The one for the new iPhones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lightning port. You did not know that. That's what it's called, but that's what it's called. And so either way, it's kind of like, why make the headphone thing obsolete for iPhone users, or make them get an adapter? Because that's really what it's going to end up being, is either like a thing that plugs into your headphones that makes them Bluetooth, or a thing that makes it plug into the iPhone. Really, it's a matter of making the iPhone thinner and just what they want. It could be, if it's Bluetooth, just trying to like push the technology to that level. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not an iPhone user. I don't expect to be, so it's kind of moot for me. How do you feel?
It just seems kind of weird to have an all-in-one
port. Yeah, I think that's what they're asking. And yeah, I think, do you remember, you might not, there was on different PCs, there was a HDMI USB port, and you could plug either of them in. Mm-hmm. I think that would make a lot more sense if there was like in the middle you could plug in your headphones, or you could plug it in. If they're really trying to save the
have
space.
An HDMI port in the iPhone.
I think the Lightning port could double for it. I'm not positive. Actually, I think I am positive, because even the old iPhone thing could plug into a TV with the right cable. So, yeah. What's your next topic?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay. So this one is, well, why don't you read what it says, because I don't have it here.
Announces he will start residency at the New York's Beacon Theater in January.
Oh, okay. I did not. That's not what I thought it was going to be. So, you know how people like Penn and Teller have their show in Las Vegas and they just run it every night forever?
Yeah.
or even what's his face?
Who were the guys with the tigers?
The guys with the tigers?
Yeah, and then the one got mauled.
What? Who? Magicians?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or I don't even know if they're magicians. I think their whole show was just they had tigers.
Yeah, you kind of jumped off, and I don't know what to tell you.
What's his face? Siegfried and Roy.
Really? And one of them got mauled?
Oh yeah. It was a huge
Royd?
thing.
One of his name was Royd?
Roy.
Oh.
Royd.
I don't know. Wait, what were they then? Like clowns?
A German-American duo. Stage musicians.
Oh, they were magicians, technically.
They were.
Okay. And one of them got mauled.
Yeah, because they had these 2 white tigers.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why people would come see them, right?
I mean, you don't really come out and say that, but that is kind of why you go.
Like, if Siegfried and Roy stopped having their tigers, would you want to go see them?
I mean, I wouldn't want to go see them regardless, but they're a thing.
Either. Well, you're totally right about that. It seems like they had a Vegas show, long running. And so now Jerry Seinfeld is going to have, I think, one of the first long running, acts. I mean, you have, musicals, but the people who do the musicals change. So, the lead changes from time to time, and the show continues on. But this is a show that revolves around the person. And so Jerry Seinfeld is, I believe, going to have long-running show at where is it? Is it Madison Square Garden? It can't be. No, it's Beacon Theater.
The Beacon Theater?
Yes, I've been to the Beacon Theater. Have you ever been?
No.
I saw a few things there. Great venue, Upper West Side of Manhattan. Oh, I see. It's roughly once a month. So that is like Billy Joel, who does I think it's a monthly show at Madison Square Garden. So, yeah, Billy Joel totally did that first. And Jerry was probably like, I don't really have to leave the city and I get to sell out a show once a month. That sounds pretty dope. Would you consider doing that? Going to see Jerry Seinfeld?
Maybe.
I mean, every month.
Wait, going to see him every month?
No, going to see him one time.
Yeah, I mean, is he gonna be? It looks like he's got 6 shows.
Yeah, but he'll add another one and then another one every month. It seems.
Will he?
Yes.
Will he?
I think so. That's what it means to be in residency at a theater.
Does it?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. All right, my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say this one because I actually haven't looked into it, but it looks hilarious. This is Pope Bars.
Whoa, that's not in mine at all.
Okay, Pope Bars. Hashtag Pope Bars.
Whoa,
and
what?
Hashtag Pope Bars.
No, I'm looking through. I can't even find that.
Well, just Google it. I promise.
Wait,
it's
let me
worth your
reload
while.
my trends. Maybe something changed.
Mine changed. Somebody died. Joshua Shintani, who appeared in Shallow Hal.
Who was he in Shallow Hal?
I don't know. I've never seen it. But he was 32.
So wait, Pope
Bars? What
is that?
So hashtag Pope Bars, and that's what we're finding out right now. Social media users pair. You know what that means? That means on Reddit. When it says social media users, pair lyrics with image of Pope Francis holding a microphone.
Oh yeah, that was our Photoshop battles.
See? I told you it was Reddit.
Yeah.
So you know about this more than I do. Then what? Tell us about hashtag Pope bars.
Well, I don't know where it went after Reddit, but it was Photoshop battles. Is this picture of the Pope with a microphone? Looks like he's dropping a beat.
Some sick freestyle.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good picture.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
The one-handed. That's pretty good. Definitely check out hashtag Pope bars.
Yeah, I think somebody photoshopped the whole Kanye thing. I'm gonna let you finish, but
that's pretty good. I'm only seeing the picture. I'm not seeing I assume they superimposed lyrics on him.
Yeah, there was a little caption. Or no, I think that was just they had that in the comment.
So that's pretty good. New meme floating around with the Pope. I'm cool with it. All right, let's do a couple more. Talk a little bit. The most current of events. There's this one, Mexico, unidentified bodies found in
where?
What is it? I don't know.
This is still Facebook.
Yes.
Why
all yours different? Are Star Wars and nudies. It says unidentified bodies found in burned.
I don't have any nudies in mine.
I had a nudie in mine earlier. Found in burned van, maybe missing Australian surfers. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. There's a bunch of real depressing ones. There's this one, at least 5 people injured in explosion near metro station in Turkey. Let's see.
Dude, you should look at the Shallow Hal guy.
Yeah, why?
Because there's a picture with Jack Black. He's so young.
Whoa. He does not look like somebody who would live long.
Poor guy.
I mean, you just see, I don't know. He kind of looks like Fluffy. But a Hawaiian version. I don't see any picture of, no. That's not Jack Black. That's not Jack Black. Oh, but that is.
Yeah, that's Jack Black.
Got it. Wait. Shallow Hal should never be a trending topic, first of all.
But it is.
I don't care who died. Yeah, that's not right. Okay, last one. Let's try. Do you have the Chris Farley one or David Spade?
Dude, I was just about to click that one.
That one's pretty good. I watched that earlier. So this is David Spade discussing the origins of the fat guy in a little coat. Do you know what that refers to?
Oh yeah.
I just saw Tommy Boy over the weekend for the first time.
Yes, it's a good one.
So I now know, but basically, randomly, he's like, fat guy in a little jacket, will that cheer you up? And then he rips the jacket by bending over. And he's discussing that on Conan, where they were all working on SNL together at the time. And I guess they would just have writer's block. And he'd be like, hey, Dave, why don't you look over here? I've got something new to show you. And he's like, is it fat guy in a little jacket? And he's like, no, something new. And he'd turn around and he'd have his little jacket on. And he would, inevitably rip it. He's like, every single time. So they would just put it in the movie. It's one of those things where, when the actors / comedians are writing the script, they end up putting stuff that makes them laugh or even, inside jokes. Just for them because they can and it makes them laugh, and why not? So that seems to be what that was all about.
I love that scene because it looks like David Spade's trying hard not to laugh.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it was an inside thing so maybe I'll have to go back and watch that one. That's pretty good. So that's what's happening now. I don't know if there's anything else worthwhile. There's a Trump one. What was that one? Ooh, I like this one. Ted Cruz, U.S. presidential candidate, says Democrats falsely accuse GOP of being condom police.
Oh my God.
And then here's the quote. Quote, last I checked, we don't have a rubber shortage in America.
Oh man.
End quote. Yeah. So that happened. And then
Steve Ducey, Fox News host, says he remembers Muslims cheering on 9/11.
Yeah, have you heard about that?
No.
You haven't? Come on, this is huge news. So
Steve Ducey?
yeah, but it comes from Donald Trump saying it. So Steve Ducey is backing up Donald Trump's record. Basically, Trump gets on stage and he starts saying stuff. And he says whatever it takes to get the crowd going, which is fine. I mean, that's all he's supposed to be doing, is up there getting the crowd riled up. But once in a while, and these are the things that end up being newsworthy, he'll say something that's just completely ridiculous or false or attack somebody or do something. And this time he said he saw, I believe it was thousands. It could have been, I think it was thousands. I think he said thousands. Because, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he says. It's just, he's just saying, like, a random number that's big. That's all he means when he says thousands. Because it's not true. He said he saw these people cheering when the towers were coming down. He was implying that there was a big, I believe he said, Arab community in New Jersey, and they were watching it from Jersey City, and they saw the towers coming down, and they were cheering, which is just completely false. But when you're Donald Trump and people ask you about it, and they, like, news outlets say, that's completely false, we have found 0 records in writing or video, he's like, I saw it. And they're like, okay, well, it doesn't exist. And he's like, well, I saw it. And
all right.
And so, yeah, Chris Christie, who typically would not bash Donald Trump outright, has come out saying that completely didn't happen. But Donald Trump still says it did. And, of course, a ton of Americans believe it did.
Oh, man. Dude,
What do you got?
The next topic for me is Scott Walker, Wisconsin governor, falls during Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
I couldn't find a video of it. I saw that. Scott Walker, another
The description
Republican.
sounds so good.
I know. So I guess he fell during the, it was like a private tree lighting for
He bounced back up quickly in front of the hushed crowd.
Yeah. I don't know if they were hushed because he fell or hushed because it was like, oh, we're lighting the tree. But I could not find a video of it, so I hope that exists. I really do. But yeah, so the other thing about the the 9/11 thing is he said it was in Jersey City, and actually what was happening in Jersey City during 9/11 is they were like boating people, because it's a huge port for Manhattan, and so that everybody who was like being carted away from the like ground zero, a lot of them were going straight to Jersey City on the boat. So it was like accepting, it was part of like the crisis. It wasn't at all just like a viewing area. It was like totally part of it. And so it's just kind of an extra bonus ridiculousness. So I don't know. I believe that received a pants on fire rating from Politico. So yeah. And that's kind of all I have to say about that. I don't see anything else that makes me want to talk about it. Do you?
Go through the science ones.
Ooh. Did you hear about that drug for, it was both AIDS and cancer, which I don't completely understand.
Did Bernie Sanders get a hernia?
Yeah, I think he got surgery and he's all patched up, but that seems to be like that happened.
Ow.
How?
No, ow. Hernias.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So do you remember this thing about the drug that was for AIDS and cancer? Again, don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
And they went from, I believe it was $15 a pill to $750.
What was his name? Mike Skrelly?
Oh, he was just like scum. And on the one hand, you're like, okay, maybe there's more to this that I don't understand, but you're like, I'm pretty sure I do. So some company came out and they're making it's $1 a pill, and they're like, and we're still making a modest profit on it. They're like, there's no way you can look at the chemicals that go into this and think that they're not abundantly available and inexpensive and all this stuff. And so they're making one that's $1, and now they're looking at, it still has to get approved by the health stuff, but they said it will. And then they're looking at other drugs that are way overpriced, and they're thinking about making, I don't know if it's a generic brand because it's just a different brand, and this brand seems to be doing the moral thing with the drugs. So I don't know. But that's pretty exciting. I've kind of been waiting for something like that to happen because it's like, if all these companies are selling all the drugs super expensive, all that needs to happen is one to come in and do like the capitalist thing, which is fight the price down, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
So if I sell like a donut for $5 because I'm the only donut shop, and then another one comes in and sells it for like $4.50, and then I'm like, ooh, okay, I'll sell it for $4.25, and then it just like naturally goes down until we're both making just like the littlest profit we can without, you know, being beaten by the other guy. So it just
what
kind
if
of
the $5 donut is clearly the best donut?
Right, that's like the gourmet version. That's where you are more likely to spend. Like I bought a towel for like 35 or 40 bucks. Yeah, and that was because I was at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I was like, that's the only one that's here. But it was like 6 feet long and super absorbent. Like I run it across my body and I'm dry. And I'm like, wow, I'm so happy I bought this one and not like the Walmart one that I'm used to. It was so worth the money. I think it was $35. Yeah, super expensive, but worth it. So that's where it comes in. But not everybody has the money to spend on the better one. With drugs, you're like, they should all be the same. They should all do the same stuff. And so this one, it seems to do the same stuff, but they're selling it for $1 a pill rather than $750 a pill, which is just ridiculous. So, yeah.
You can finally get rid of your AIDS.
Well, I'm not sure what it does exactly. I just know that it got so much press because it was literally overnight from, I believe it was like $15 a pill to $750. So what it does was almost irrelevant. It was like the amount of increase. Because if it went up to like $30, a double increase, then people would be really upset, but it'd be fine, and they would make double their profits, and they would still be evil. But he just jumped it up to $750. So in a way, I'm glad he did, because it made this other company step in and see that they could do it for $1 and just do it and make a ton of money on it as well.
It's insane. $1.
Yeah. $1 a pill. So that's still like, I don't know how many are in a bottle, but it's not cheap.
If you get 30 to 50.
Yeah, can you imagine $7.50 a pill in a
Well, I mean, if it
bottle?
was keeping me alive.
Right, that's the thing. That's why it's so evil. But again, I don't know what it does, and I don't know how, but it seemed to be vital.
Could probably be fixed by a vegan diet.
I don't know about all that. Probably wouldn't hurt.
Well, fruits are supposed to cure cancer, right?
I believe they don't cause it. I think that's... And they probably reverse the effects of some stuff that's bad.
Reverse the effects, i.e. fixing cancer.
Sure. I wouldn't go based on what I say, but sure. I had an apple today.
I just hate those videos. It's like, oh, fruits and vegetables can cure cancers. That's
oversimplifying things quite a bit.
That's not how it works.
No. There's like, it's so complicated about why and how cancer comes about in the first place. So you can't just be like, oh, so it's not like a virus where it's just the one thing and you cure the one thing and then things are better. Or you stop.
You smoke one cigarette and eat a piece of bacon and then that causes it.
Right, exactly. The same thing. So it's silly to go both ways and say that like a cigarette causes all the cancer and an apple fixes it all. But you try to be healthy, right? So, and you try to do this as much as you can to keep it away. But like even they say like a glass of wine a day is healthy. I'm like, yeah, but meh. Like how is it better than no glasses of wine a day? Is it, you know, if one glass of wine a day is good, then two is even better. I'm just
no. It's then the alcohol kicks in. And...
yeah. But I'm eating all the vegetables. I went out to the store yesterday. I went out to the health food store, got all the vegetables.
I just read about this eating disorder.
Okay.
Of a woman who's tried so hard to eat clean, but not eating clean on her standards, it was, she would read an article and, she liked the idea of doing the right thing, and she was getting overloaded with so much information and so many different diets and trends that she just like wasn't eating at all.
Yeah, I feel that way often when like a lot of people say like sugar, you want to stay away from sugar, and then so I'm definitely away from meat. I'm pretty much away from fish. And so then I'm like, okay, I can eat everything else. And then people are like, oh, you should stay away from sugar. And they're like, oh, you shouldn't cook with olive oil. Raw is fine, but like you shouldn't cook with it.
Yeah.
And
but then you get to the point, shouldn't cook anything at all. It should just be raw.
Kinda. And then the worst part is when they say you should get away from refined grains.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I really am running out of foods. So, yeah. So I just try to forget about everything else and just go for no meat, no fish. And then if there's an alternative, like if I can do vegan butter, or if I can do something other than eggs or something, then sure. But if the alternative is nothing in that sense, I think I'm going to go for the butter. And I think I'm going to go for like the mayo or whatever it is,
The Hodge twins are pescatarian now.
That's awesome. Hodge twins are like a super bodybuilding amazingness, but they also are really funny, and they have these like stupid videos where they talk about stuff kind of like we do. And then, but they do seem like they're more interested in the health stuff. Like they want to be healthy. It seems like they don't lift to just be bulky and huge. It seems like they really are trying to be healthy,
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Pescatarians. We'll have to see. I mean, how long have they been doing it?
I'm not sure. Everyone keeps joking around. This isn't going to last longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah,
because they've released so many videos about where they're eating at Popeyes, and that's their thing.
I think they'll do it, but they may have cheat days. I mean, that's the thing that really keeps me going is the rare and appropriate, which means if I am not doing it on a regular basis. It seems to be like the rule is every 2 weeks you can have some meat. But I went to Thanksgiving dinner and I was like, I'm cool without it. And then we had leftovers, and I was actually thinking when we have leftovers, I'll have a little piece of turkey. And I didn't again. It was like, I don't need this. Like, that's cheating. Even though I'm allowing it myself. I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to do. So again, I mean, this is probably the longest I've gone without it. I feel pretty good. I'm on some supplements, but that's about it. Pretty decent.
Turkey.
Yeah, man. I'm told it was really good this year.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't know. Guess how many turkeys are eaten every year? Or purchased, I guess? No, probably eaten. On Thanksgiving.
Is it over 1 million?
Oh, yeah.
Is it over 10 million?
Well, yes, but let's think about this. So, how many people are in the U.S.? Just
lot.
take a guess, and I'll get you there for this one, and then you'll have to estimate from there.
We're not at 1 billion yet. We can't be.
So there's 7 point something billion in the world.
Is it really at 7 billion?
In the world? Yeah.
Wait, let me look this up.
Okay, no, I got it for you. 7.1 in the world.
Oh, wow.
As of 2013. So how many? So let's just work it back. We're trying to get to how many turkeys on Thanksgiving. So we've got one number so far. So how many people in the world? 7.1 billion. So how many people in the U.S. if we're thinking 7 billion in the world?
Maybe I could see 1 billion.
1 billion? So not quite that many. We're not a seventh of the world. I know it feels like we might be, but we're not.
Yeah, but we eat for 1/7 of the world.
Could be, but probably also not. So there's just over 300 million in the U.S. Okay.
3 million?
300 million.
All right.
Yeah, there's probably like a few million in New York City alone.
I was gonna say that that's not true. All
yeah,
right, all
300. In New York City, there's 8 million,
Nice.
but 300 in the U.S.
I think America could handle 1 billion turkeys.
1 billion turkeys?
Is it three
Do you not-
turkeys
Do
per
you
person?
do you know how billion works?
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
It would be a little over 3 turkeys per person.
right. So no,
Easy.
a whole turkey feeds like they say a pound per person, so you say like a 20-pound per. So like 20 people. A turkey feeds about 20 people.
20 people?
Maybe a little less.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it depends how big the turkey is. If it's a 15-pound turkey, they say 15.
Yeah. You get 3 smallish turkeys.
So here we go. How many turkeys? And this is just on Thanksgiving.
So, and just in the United States or in the world?
Just in the United States. I'll give you this number. On Easter, 19 million.
Turkeys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not a good hint because it's going to be like 100 million.
No, not
Really?
quite that many. Here on Christmas, 22 million. And Christmas, I feel like people get turkeys quite a bit.
I've been more of a pork guy.
Okay, that's fine. So here we go.
Turkey.
Give
Yeah, what
it
is
to me.
it?
Give it to me. What do you think? It's fewer than 100. More
70.
than 22. Is 46 million.
You know, that's not even that impressive anymore because I had to come down to that number.
I know, but what do you want from me?
That's a good amount of turkeys.
That's what is it? 6. I don't know what I'm trying to do math wise. For 300 million divided by what? The 46 million? Is that what I want? No, I want 46 million divided by 300.
To see how much turkey per person?
So it's 0.15 turkeys per person.
That's it?
10. Yeah. I mean, I didn't need any.
Yeah, how many... You got to take into account other things.
How many vegetarians in the U.S.?
How many vegetarians? How many people
we're
don't
at like
eat?
we're like 2%. That's pretty good. 2 out of every 10 people. Is that right? No, 2 out of every 100. Less good. All right. But that's approximately 6 million people. I love it.
Wow.
And we're growing. We're growing. All right. That's all I have to say about that. You know what time it is, right?
What?
You know what time it is, right?
Oh, the outro?
Yeah, you have
Words
to
of
say
wisdom?
something. You got it.
Keep your hard drive clear. I'm down to 20 gigabytes of memory. It's running so slow.
You're so bad at that, though.
What, keeping the stuff off?
Yes.
It's mainly music.
Well, get a hard drive.
I did, but I'm scared it's gonna crash.
So you have stuff on the hard drive,
Yeah,
but
I'm scared to rely on it.
well, I have 3 hard drives,
Oh,
so I also am scared to rely on it. But it feels real good.
make sure to say rabbit, 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 rabbit,
But they already missed it.
rabbit,
So did
rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Just get it on the first of the next month.
Yeah,
You're a
well, we
winner.
should tell them then. Oh, by the way, nobody took us up on the Black Friday deal.
Oh, come on. Well, how much were you charging?
$18.99.
Well, did you do a Cyber Monday deal?
No, I didn't.
Sadness.
Thanks for listening to CBleezy Knows. I've got 40 seconds left. What do you think?
Of what?
I don't know. I set a timer.
It's pretty good. 40
Well,
seconds?
Yeah, now we're down to 30. So you got to say something really meaningful in the next 30 seconds.
I've got absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you typically don't.
Thanks.
Well, I've got my 25 days of Christmas going on. This will be day 2. So
Isn't that great? Everyone's favorite time of the year. I can't even joke around about that. Christmas is awesome.
yeah, it is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. 5 seconds left. You got one. You got one. Stop it.